today, and we are going to be talking about how you can get on Threads if you want to get on Threads, why you might want to get on Threads, why you might not, and what else is going on in this new space that is online under the umbrella of Meta. If you are on Threads or not, tell me why. If you're joining me here, give me a chat. Tell me why you're on Threads, why you're not on Threads. I'd love to see you and hear what you're thinking and why you are or are not there. If you're watching the replay, drop that note as well. Drop your handle if you are on Threads. Love to connect. We are at Career Leaders. At Career Leaders is our handle there. So I'd love to hear from you, where you're joining us from, and are you on Threads yet or not, and why? So this is something new, just rolled out on Thursday, I think. Seems like longer ago than that, but maybe it's Wednesday, from Meta, and its new platform looks a lot like another platform that you've seen before. As we jump into it, you'll see. And it is gotten up to more than 60 million users in just 3 days. So I know there's been a lot of Twitter spinoffs of Twitter competitors, but none of them, of course, have the traction that Meta already has. And so they've grown to 60 million users in just a few days. It'll be interesting, of course, to see where it goes from there. It's kind of the Wild West at this point, but it is an opportunity for us to get in and see what's going on if we're interested, or to at least know about it, so that if your job seekers are interested, they can see what it's all about as well. So I'm going to pull up a short video where I went through and set up a new account just for you, so I can show you a few of the things you'll want to think about so that you don't make my mistakes, or maybe not. I don't know if they're mistakes or not yet, when you are setting up your account. So feel free to say hello. Let me know where you're joining. Let me know if you're on Threads and where you're joining from. And again, we are at Career Leaders on Threads if you want to start the conversation there. Okay, so I will see if I can share this video and make this work here. All right, so this is me just setting up a new Threads account on Instagram. And so I did that with my personal account. So if you have a personal account and a business account, you can set your Threads up with whichever account you'd like to. And then here's where we're going in terms of getting this going. Let's see if I can make this play here in this view. So I went into my account, and you'll use the 3 little bars at the top to start your Threads account. So you click on those 3 little bars at the top, and you'll be able to start your account. Once you click on those, well, let me go back. I'm going to back up, see if I can show it to you. Okay, 3 little bars at the top, you'll get a drop-down menu, and then you can choose Threads and come in and start your Threads account. Since I had 2, it was asking me which account. It won't do that for you. You'll get straight into the options to set up your account, and here are a few mistakes you want to avoid. So on this screen, you can write a bio, or you can import from Instagram. It's important to know, once you have imported your bio from Instagram, at least right now, you can't edit it once you import it from Instagram. So if you want to start a fresh bio, or you just want to have the ability to edit it later, you want to type in that bio and not import it from Instagram. And on Threads, you get 1 link. You can add 1 link. And I didn't do that here because I didn't need to. So I went in and I just typed in a brief bio so that I could be able to change it later. And then again, if you import from Instagram, you won't be able to change that later. So that's one mistake you might not want to make, is importing it from Instagram instead of writing your own bio. And then you can add a link. I didn't have a link on the top of my head, so I didn't do that right now. I can go back and do it later. And then I'm going to press the arrow at the top. So I didn't put input from Instagram. I click that arrow at the top. I left my public profile. You could set it as private. And then here's another thing you want to be thinking about is, do you want to follow all the same people you are following on Instagram in Threads? I did not do this with my corporate account, and I don't know if it's pro or con, but it slowed my growth because usually if you follow someone, they follow you, right? And so since I didn't automatically follow all the people in Threads that we were following in Instagram, my growth on Threads right now is super slow. Similar to Twitter, you can only follow about as many people as are following you. So I can't go in and follow a whole bunch of people on Threads until I get some followers. And since I didn't automatically follow those people from Instagram, it's just going to be slow growing. Now, that could be fine because I'm doing it very targeted and I'm only following the people I really want to follow, regardless of who follows us, etc. But that's just something to think about. Do you want to follow everyone? If you say follow all, that's kind of your one opportunity to follow a whole bunch of people at once. Otherwise, you're going to have to do that slow growing one by one as you're finding people and following them. And you'll have to wait to follow until a certain amount of people are following you. It let me follow, I don't know, about 20 more people than were following me. Again, very similar to Twitter in the early days, at least. So you can come in here, you can say follow all or not, and you just hit that arrow button at the top right if you don't want to follow all, and you can just set up your account to not follow everyone. So this is second mistake. So first mistake is if you import your bio from Instagram, that's it. You don't get to fix it, at least for now. Second mistake, perhaps, is not following all, or perhaps the mistake is following all. You just have to decide what do you want to do. But knowing that if you follow all here, you'll probably grow your following faster, but it will be very similar to what you've got on Instagram. Or you can hit the black arrow at the top and just move on from this step and only follow the people that you want to follow. So those are some choices to think about if you're going to set up an account. Okay, so let's go in here and see where we headed next. If I can get my video to go. All right. So after I did that, I did not, especially since this is my personal account now that I'm setting up and I was not sure that what I wanted to do with that. I did not follow all. I just hit that black arrow at the top right and set up my account to be able to get in and look at everything. It says how Threads work, right? Powered by Instagram. It's a future version of Threads might do this. Joining Threads, you agree to the meta terms and conditions. Of course, you might want to check those out. Hi from Seattle. Thanks for joining us. Great to hear you. Hi, Canada. Not on Threads yet. You'll have to let me know if you change your mind. Becca, I'll go in and follow you on Threads as soon as we get done with this. So my personal Threads account, like there's nobody that I was following, so there's no Threads to look at yet. But I just wanted to show you how the profile looks. So you can come in here, you can edit your profile. Again, for now, you can only edit that if you didn't import. Then you can click on the little heart and see if there's some people that you want to follow. And then you can start a thread, very similar to Twitter, except for you have 500 characters here. You have 500 characters and you have the ability to do those multiple posts. You just go down to the next one and keep threading in your posts there. So 500 characters, and you can add links and video, and you'll see some visuals. From what I hear right now, you can't do memes, so no memes, but you can do everything else that we're used to doing in social media. Yes. So Ayana, you can switch between the two. So when I was in my business account, I set up a business Threads, then I switched over to personal and set up a personal Threads. Here's the last thing, is that you can't shut down your account after you start one, but you can hide it. So you could hide your personal and then go back through your business Instagram and start a new Threads account with your business profile on Instagram if you want to do that. So you can have both. Right now I've got both set up because I wanted to be able to do this demo. I don't know that I'll leave my personal account on Threads. I may hide it because from what I understand, you can unhide it later. So that might be an option, Ayana, is to hide that personal Threads and go back through your business Instagram. And as long as you log out, I had to log out of Threads and in the Threads app, then go back into Instagram change over to my personal account, and then launch a new thread. So here's some of the things to think about for job seekers. It's very similar right now to Instagram. I'm just going to let the video play for a second to get me to the screen where you can search. So it's very similar to Instagram in that there's not a great search feature. So we've been teaching job search on all the platforms for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. And I love Twitter actually, because Twitter has an awesome search feature. And with lists, you can do so much in Twitter to follow people and do research on Twitter. Obviously, Facebook with groups, there's a lot of opportunity there. LinkedIn, we know. But Instagram has always been a little bit challenging, even as we're teaching it, because you can't search posts. You can kind of search by hashtags there, but it's a little bit cumbersome. Here, there's no hashtags even. So the only thing you can do when you search is really search by handles and not by keyword or anything. It's really by either name or somewhat by keyword, but they have to use that keyword somewhere. So for our job seekers, the things that they could do is one, grab that company list, always starting with the target list, grab that company list, come into Instagram and or Threads and see which companies that they want to work for have company handles in Threads. You'll see right here that there's ADP careers, like Microsoft already has a careers. You'll see CVS has a careers handle already in Threads. So those types of people accounts can be great to follow because they're going to be posting jobs, they're going to be posting those things, etc. So you could follow those handles for those companies and for the company career pages. Then you can use those company pages to see who's interacting with them, who's liking their posts, who's engaging with their posts. Those might be people that work there. It's a little hunt and peck. What I've been teaching with Instagram, and I would say is very similar with Threads now, is you're going to find people that are on your other platforms like LinkedIn, but now you're going to find them at a place where they are typically more often present and engaging on Instagram or now possibly Threads. So find them on LinkedIn, get their name, and then check out to see if they're on Instagram or Threads, and you might be able to engage with them easier, faster, more real time on those platforms versus on LinkedIn, where most people, like the majority, 70% of people, don't go to LinkedIn once a month. And so you use these platforms as a way to engage more frequently with someone that you might find on on LinkedIn or on Twitter. And now you can see, are they on Instagram? Are they on Threads? You're going to get a little better search on Instagram, but not much better. Come into Threads, you can do these searches, but it's best going to be by company name, somewhat by keyword, but very limited, or by that person's name because you found them somewhere else, or you following them or are connected with them somewhere else. And now you can come see if they're active on Instagram or Threads, where you can engage with them more frequently than you can on a platform like LinkedIn, where they just aren't there very often. So not sure of the benefit yet. As we say with every social media that we teach, you want to go there, you want to have your clients see, are their target companies there? Are their target companies active? Do their target companies have a careers page or a jobs page that they could follow and engage with? And then are people like you there? Your peers, your hiring managers, you're probably going to find those people's names using LinkedIn search, but they're probably not active there. And so then you can come into Threads or Instagram and see, do they have a profile there and are they active there? And you might find people that aren't necessarily active on Instagram will be active in Threads, because Threads is all text and Instagram was all pictures. So people may have set up an Instagram account, but they weren't that active on it. Now they're going to be more active perhaps on Threads if they're a text person instead of a visuals person. So you'll have to do a little bit of research with your clients. I recommend we keep an open mind and we kind of treat it as a research project. Are my people here or not? I can do that research. I can find them and start connecting, or I can do the research and feel good about setting that aside, at least for now, if my target companies and people like me aren't on these platforms. So check that out. Let me know. Again, drop your handle if you are on Threads. Connect with us there. We are career leaders on Instagram and on Threads. And we look forward to seeing you there, engaging with you there. Or if not, we'll keep engaging with you here on LinkedIn and YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. We're always putting our videos up there, and we'll start creating some more videos for that as well. Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend, and we will see you for our regular Trend Tuesday on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you on Threads.